Your Saturday is about to be one of the warmest days of this entire year. And what's right behind it on Sunday is one of the more unusual and potentially dangerous severe weather setups of this spring. 2,000 joules per kilogram of atmospheric instability is what your Sunday storm is packing. Forecasters say that is not a weak instability day. And it's arriving from a direction your Ohio Valley won't expect. Right now in Cheyenne, Wyoming, 8% relative humidity, red flag warnings, 45 miles per hour winds, a dryness level that rivals your Sahara Desert, in the same country that had a historic blizzard just 1 week ago. Whether you're enjoying record warmth out west, watching Sunday storm track for your Ohio Valley, dodging wildfires on your plains, or dealing with snowmelt flood risk along your Mississippi, your country's weather is escalating, not settling down. Here's what we're covering: your Saturday heat, Sunday's unusual backdoor front, your fire danger, your drought, and the April pattern shift that your meteorologists are describing right now as getting even crazier. Stick with me. Around the 5-minute mark, I'll break down exactly why Sunday's storm is arriving from the north instead of the west, and why that angle makes it harder to track and more unpredictable for your area. And stay to the end, because that late March and early April escalation your models are showing could mean your most active severe weather weeks of the entire spring for your region. And I'll show you exactly what's building. Let me be straight with you about Sunday's risk. This is a level 2 slight risk, second lowest category. But 2,000 joules of instability is a number that makes forecasters pay attention. And your Ohio Valley should too. Here's my honest read. Sunday's setup could surprise to the upside or the downside depending on how that front tracks. And I'll be updating it every few hours today and Saturday as better data comes in for your area. Before we get rolling, drop your city and tell me, are you in Saturday's record warmth, watching Sunday's storm for your Ohio Valley, or under fire warnings on your plains right now? All right, Saturday, March 21st, and your weather map is genuinely one of the more extreme we've seen in recent memory, with every single region of your country dealing with something significant today. Let's start with your Saturday warmth, because your first full weekend of spring is delivering temperatures that flat out belong in June, and Saturday is the warmest day of this entire heat stretch for most of your country. Summer arrived 3 months early for your central and western states. Low hundreds across Texas, 80s to 90s coast to coast on the plains, and 70s touching the Midwest, all on the third Saturday of March. Phoenix at 106 degrees Fahrenheit today. Palm Springs at 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Thermal California hitting 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures 25 to 40 degrees above where your desert Southwest should be for late March. And this has been going on for days. Step outside in Palm Springs right now without shade and water, and your heat illness risk starts within 15 minutes. At 112 degrees Fahrenheit, your extreme heat warnings are a genuine health directive, not a suggestion. Las Vegas sitting at 102 degrees Fahrenheit, Riverside at 104 degrees Fahrenheit, Tucson at 103 degrees Fahrenheit, Mesa at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Your entire desert corridor is in what meteorologists are calling a genuinely historic March heat event. Meanwhile, San Francisco is at 82 degrees Fahrenheit, Sacramento at 92 degrees Fahrenheit, San Diego at 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Readings your California beach towns would normally wait until late July to see, and your mountain snowpack is melting weeks ahead of schedule. Casper and Cheyenne are both pushing 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit with high winds. The same Wyoming communities that had blizzard conditions 2 weeks ago are now dealing with temperatures your region typically waits until late May to see. Lincoln, Nebraska at 82 degrees Fahrenheit with fire warnings. Oklahoma City at 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Dallas at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Your entire southern and central plains on this Saturday looks like early June, not late March. West Coast, Arizona, Nevada. Drop your current temperature in the comments, because I've got viewers in Fargo at 12 degrees Fahrenheit right now who need to see that number spelled out in plain digits. Now let's talk about your fire situation, because this heat isn't just uncomfortable. It's creating critical fire weather conditions across your central plains and Rockies that are expanding significantly by today. Critical fire weather warnings are flying across eastern Wyoming right now, And by Saturday, that expands dramatically. West Texas, your Texas Panhandle, all the way back to Las Vegas, Wyoming, and Nebraska. At 8% relative humidity in Cheyenne, with 45 miles per hour gusts, 8% is drier than a typical Sahara Desert reading. Your fire weather conditions in that corridor today are as dangerous as they get. Down in Casper, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit with 45 miles per hour gust. Pueblo, Colorado at 88 degrees Fahrenheit under red flag. Lincoln, Nebraska at 82 degrees Fahrenheit with fire warnings. Your high plains today is a gnarly tinderbox from Nebraska straight up to Wyoming. If you're in Wyoming, Colorado, or Nebraska today, zero outdoor burning, no campfires, no dragging chains on your pavement. And Amarillo is dealing with 50 miles per hour gust and a dust storm on top of your fire danger. All right, now your Sunday setup, because this is the one worth understanding before your weekend starts. And it has a specific characteristic that makes it unusual for your Ohio Valley area. Sunday's cold front is coming from directly to the north, not the west like a typical front. And that backdoor angle makes your storm timing harder to nail down and more unpredictable for your specific location. Slight risk covers southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, southern Ohio, northern West Virginia, and southwestern Pennsylvania. Your bigger cities in that zone: Evansville, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, and Louisville. Picture your Sunday afternoon in Ohio. Storm energy starts building after peak heating, pinpointed around 3 p.m. by your models. And then that front sweeps southward, potentially as a line of storms for your corridor. Sunday's 2,000 joules per kilogram of instability means your storms can grow tall and hit hard. That's not a marginally active day. That's a day your Ohio Valley needs to be watching from midday on. Damaging wind gusts and hail are your primary Sunday threats. Tornado risk is lower but cannot be completely ruled out. And your window runs through Sunday evening into Sunday night for your affected area. Come Sunday, if your plans have you outdoors in the Evansville to Columbus corridor, keep your weather app open and know where your nearest shelter is, because hail events can move through fast with limited warning time. Ohio Valley folks: Evansville, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Louisville. What are your Sunday plans? And are you keeping an eye on this for your area? Drop your city below. Columbus has the highest probability of seeing organized severe weather Sunday. Dayton is right in the primary threat zone, and Cincinnati and Louisville sit on the southern edge of the main risk area for your region. For your broader Sunday picture, this is more widespread than Friday's isolated threat. Your model shows storm coverage expanding from a few scattered cells to a more organized line as that front sweeps through. Now, hang with me here, because what's coming after Sunday is actually more significant for your area, and your models are using some strong language about where your pattern goes from here. Late March is described by your meteorologists right now as getting even crazier. The specific setup they're watching for late next week has your Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Appalachians back under a severe weather threat. By Thursday into Friday next week, another cold front sweeps south with 40-plus miles per hour gusts ahead of it, and another round of potential severe weather for your Ohio Valley corridor is already on your radar. Here's what has your forecasters most focused. Trough in the west, ridge to the east. That classic pattern creates your richest environment for dangerous severe weather. And it's what both models are showing for late March. Early April is showing an organized low with a clearly defined cold front and warm front dynamic. Your meteorologists are calling this a clearly defined severe weather day, with Dixie Alley directly in the threat zone. Fueling your April escalation, Gulf moisture is building back as your ridge weakens, southerly flow returns, and warm, humid air gets pulled north into your severe weather corridor. This is how spring severe weather seasons ignite. So here's your practical outlook. Saturday is genuinely beautiful. Sunday needs your attention in the Ohio Valley. And then late March and early April could be the most active severe weather weeks your region sees all spring. Honest question for your area. Given how active late March and April are setting up, do you feel prepared for severe weather season? Or does all of this feel like it's coming faster than expected? Drop your take. One angle that isn't getting enough attention right now? Your Wisconsin River and Upper Mississippi are heading into a snowmelt flood risk that's going to intensify as your pattern warms rapidly over the next few weeks. Picture your Green Bay backyard right now. 3 feet of snow still sitting there, and a 70-degree Fahrenheit Saturday afternoon arriving. All of that water has nowhere to go except into your rivers, which are already running elevated.
Northern Wisconsin and your upper peninsula of Michigan are still sitting on 3 to 4 feet of snowpack from Winter Storm Iona. When your warm-up accelerates, your rivers don't have much room left for all that additional water. Your upper and mid-Mississippi Valley is already flagged for potential flooding in April, and your Wisconsin River, Wabash River in Indiana, and upper Mississippi are all running higher than normal heading into this warm stretch. Quick drought update. Your southeastern states and Texas need to hear. Southern Texas is now in exceptional drought, the worst category on your drought monitor. And your southern Georgia and Florida are in extreme drought. With your ridge suppressing precipitation out west, drought worsens before it improves, and dry ground heats up faster, which is why Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas could run even further above average in your April. Quick Saturday conditions. Phoenix, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Palm Springs, 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Las Vegas, 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Tucson, 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Your desert Southwest on its second day of spring looks nothing like spring and everything like peak August. Up north right now, Fargo at 12 degrees Fahrenheit with whiteout conditions. Minneapolis at 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Milwaukee at 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Your upper Midwest on this spring Saturday is still locked in a deep freeze. Southeast doing genuinely well today. Charlotte at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Raleigh at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Nashville at 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Atlanta at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Your area has the most pleasant weather in the country right now. And Sunday looks similar before your front Monday. Kansas City at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. St. Louis at 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Indianapolis at 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Cincinnati at 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Your Midwest today is a study in extremes, even within your own region. And Sunday's front brings your northern cities down significantly. Northeast today, New York at 52 degrees Fahrenheit with 50 miles per hour gust. Boston at 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Philadelphia at 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Blustery conditions lingering for your area today, but your warm-up trend arrives by early next week. Quick practical list before I wrap. What you need to do this weekend depends entirely on your zip code. Ohio Valley, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, southwestern Pennsylvania. Sunday is your watch. Alerts on, safe spot identified, plan ready before your afternoon starts. Plains and Rockies, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Texas. 0 outdoor burning today and Saturday. Your fire conditions are critical, and your winds will take any small spark to a big problem in minutes. Pacific Northwest, your Seattle corridor has ongoing flooding from your atmospheric river. Keep away from your flooded roads and monitor your local emergency management for river levels in your area. Desert Southwest and California. Extreme heat warnings are active through your weekend. Drink water before you feel thirsty, and check on your elderly neighbors who may not have adequate cooling. Last call, your city, your temperature, and what your Saturday looks like. Baking out west, watching Sunday's radar in Ohio, navigating fire conditions in Wyoming, or one of the lucky ones having a genuinely nice spring day. Here's where I'm focused going into your weekend. Sunday's storm track is my priority watch. I'll have your updated breakdown the moment your short-range models confirm the front timing and exact threat corridor for your area. And your late March and April escalation is something I'm building toward all week. Because when your Gulf moisture locks in and your pattern flips, your severe weather season shifts into a genuinely different gear. Hit subscribe and flip on the bell, because when Sunday's picture sharpens and your April outlook firms up, you want your update the moment it drops, not 3 days later from somebody else's screenshot. Stay safe this weekend. Keep the water going if you're in your heat zone, and I'll see you Sunday morning. Your spring is just getting started, and it is not messing around.